All right,
All
so
right,
I'll
so
record
I'll
the
record the
the
and the
training, yeah?
training, yeah?
Okay,
Okay,
guys.
guys.
So we
So
have
we have
about
about
29
29
people who have
people who
already
have already
joined the
joined the
training.
training.
And
And
first of
first
all,
of all, I would
like to
like to
introduce
introduce
myself.
myself.
My name
My
is
name
John
is John
Coker,
Coker.
and
Of
because
course,
I'm a
I'm a
GIS
GIS
and
and
survey
survey
professional.
professional.
I've practiced
Practiced
survey
survey
in
and
GIS
GIS
close to
close
9 years
to 9
now.
years now.
I'm in the
I'm in the
mining
mining
industry.
industry.
Um, I've
I've
worked
worked
for
for
Sierra
Sierra
Rutile.
Rutile.
I'm
I'm
presently
presently
working
working
for
for
FG
FG
Gold.
Gold.
I
I
also
also
uh,
um,
I'm the
I'm the
founder
founder
of
of
Vector
Vector
Geomatics
Geomatics
Technologies,
Technologies, which is
uh, a
a
survey and
survey and
GIS
GIS
company.
company.
Uh, so
So
we have
we
done
have
quite a
done quite
number
a
of
number of
survey and GIS
survey and
services
GIS
for
services
various
for various
clients.
clients and companies.
So our goal
So
is
our goal
to
is
build
to build
Vector Geomatics
Vector Geomatics
to be one of
uh,
the
the
go-to
go-to
consultancy company in
consultancy
Sierra
company
Leone
in Sierra
because we
Leone
see that
because
there
we
is a
see
lack
that there is a lack
in
in
providing survey
providing
and
survey
GIS
and
and GIS
and GIS
services in
services
Sierra Leone.
in
So
Sierra
we want
Leone.
to
So
come
we
in
want to come in
and close that
and
gap.
close
So
that
that is
gap. So
why
that is why
Vector Geomatics
Vector
Technology
Geomatics
is being
Technology is being
founded
is founded
on that
on that
basis.
basis.
So we will go
So we will
straight
go
to the
straight to the
meeting.
meeting.
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't
say
say
everyone to
everyone to
introduce
introduce
him or herself
him or herself
because of time.
because
So
of
we want
time. So
to
we want to
start the
start
training
the training
straight.
straight.
As we stand,
As
we
we
have
stand, we have
31
31
participants
participants
who have
who
already
have already
joined
joined
the
the
training. So
trainings.
it's
So
going to
it's going
be
to be
interactive
interactive
training,
training,
and also it's
and
going to
also
be
it's going to
practical
be
training.
practical
So
training.
please feel
So
free
please feel
to
free to
call for
call
attention
attention
or
or
to raise
to
up your
raise
hand
up your hand and say,
or
I want to
ask a
ask a
question,
question, and I'll
and go through.
go through.
So
So
let's
let's
quickly go
quickly go
through.
through.
As you can
As you
see
can
on
see
your
on your
screen,
screen,
we
we
already
already
have
have the the
beginner's
beginner's
guide
guide
to
to
GIS
GIS
software
software
used in
used in
mining.
mining.
I will
I will
quickly go
quickly
through
go
this
through the
slide.
slide.
I think
I
this
think
is
this is
the
the
one.
one.
I will
I
quickly
will
go
quickly
through
go
this
through the
slide
slide for you guys so that you can see.
I
I
really
really
do not
do
want
not
to
want to
bother you
bother
with all
you
of
with
the
all of the
literature,
literature,
but I think
but I
it's
think
also
it's also
necessary that
necessary that
we are
we are
able to
able to
understand
understand
why this
why this
training and
training
why
and why
GIS.
GIS.
So
So
maybe
maybe
you may
you
want
may
to
want
know
to
what
know
is
what is
GIS or
GIS or
what is
what is
all
all
this
this
word
word G
I
or
or
I
S
or
means.
S means.
So
So
GIS
GIS
basically is a
basically is a
spatial
spatial
system
system
that you
that
use
you
or the
use or the
software that
software
you
that
use
you
to
use to
create
create
spatial
spatial
entities. So
entities.
you
So
use
you use
GIS to
GIS to
analyze
analyze
um,
um,
any
any
data that
data
has a
that has a
spatial
spatial
context.
context.
So
So
that's
that's
all what
all what
GIS is,
GIS is,
and it's
and it's
called
called
geographic
geographic
information
information
system.
system.
So
So
it's a
it's a
system
system
that
that
consists of
consists of
both
both
software,
software,
hardware, and
hardware,
also
and also
people.
people.
Meaning,
Meaning,
with a
with a
GIS,
GIS,
you need
you
a
need a
software which
software
is the
which is the
ArcGIS,
ArcGIS, which we are going to
start
start
working with,
working with,
and
and
also
also
you
you
need
need
people,
people,
trained and
trained and
qualified
qualified
people,
people,
as what
as
we're
what we're
doing
doing
now. You're
now. You're
trying
trying
to
to
equip
equip
yourself with the
yourself with the
software skill
software skill
training.
training.
So you
So you
need
need
people to
people to
operate the
operate the
software.
software.
You need
You need
people to
people
operate
to
the
operate the
hardwares
hardwares
like
like
GPS,
GPS,
the
the
computer
computer
or the
or the
software, you
software,
name
you
it,
name it,
and
and
also
also
data
the
that is
data that is
required. So that's
required.
all
So that's all
about
about
GIS.
GIS.
Now,
Now,
how is
how is
GIS used? Maybe
GIS?
you
Maybe
want to
you
know
want to
how
know how
the
is this
system
system
used. What
used?
is
What is
GIS?
GIS?
We know now
We
is a
know now
system
is a
that
system
consists of
that consists of
people,
people,
that consists of
that consists of
software, hardware,
software, hardware,
also
and
data.
also data.
And then
And
how do
then
we
how do
use
we use
GIS?
GIS?
So
So
basically,
basically,
we
we have
have hundreds,
hundreds,
if not
if not
thousands, of
thousands of
organizations that
organizations that are
are using
using
GIS on a
GIS on a
daily
daily
basis.
basis.
Every day
Every
they are
day they are
using
using
GIS in
GIS in different
fields or for
fields
different
or for
reasons.
different reasons.
So
So number
number one
one
way
way
we
we
can
can
use
use GIS
to
to
is to
is to
identify
identify
problems.
problems.
Please, if
Please,
your
if your
microphone is on,
microphone is on,
switch it off,
switch it
please.
off, please. Please
Mute your
mute your
microphone.
microphone.
Guys, please mute your microphone. All right. So basically, like I said, that hundreds and thousands of organizations are using GIS on a daily basis. How? They use GIS to communicate through maps. Okay. They use GIS to perform analysis. They use GIS to share information, spatial information. You know, um, problems that are complex, you are able to communicate it through a map. I know many of you listening right now, you have seen the map somewhere, and we use GIS to create this spatial information. And this information is actually used by a lot of organizations, a lot of experts in identifying problems. Let's say, for example, you have a health problem and you want to solve that problem. For example, during Ebola, we saw that they created a lot of maps explaining where the outbreak is, where you have high outbreak, low outbreak, middle outbreak. So it's only when you draw the outbreak on a map, you are able to communicate that particular information to health organizations like NGOs and all of that. And then they can now send relief items to those areas. So basically, with your GIS skills, you'll be able to produce maps and identify problems, whether in health, in mining, in environmental, you just name it. Okay. We also use GIS to monitor change. So, for example, for those who are environmental professionals that have joined this course, you will notice that, for example, with GIS, you'll be able to monitor forest change, for example, land classifications. You want to see areas that have been, um, let's say, deforestation is happening in a certain area. You will be able to monitor that one using GIS. So that is one case. We monitor change using GIS. And also, you want to, let's say, respond. Another way we can use GIS is to manage and also respond to events. Like I earlier mentioned that during Ebola, maps were created, for health relief organizations. I mean, even COVID, we saw a lot of maps were being produced. There were a lot of online maps, and people were looking at it. Countries with the highest COVID and prevalence. This is what World Health Organization and other organizations are using, to respond, to events, to respond to diseases and all of that. So that is one way we can use GIS. Another way we can use GIS is, forecasting in weather, in meteorological stations. They use maps, spatial features to forecast weather, rainfall, and all of that. If, for example, you want to set priorities, say this is where we want to target let's say, our security. For example, let's say you have a spatial entity for armed robbery in a particular area, let's say in Waterloo, in Freetown, for example, and you draw a map of Freetown where armed robbery is taking place. So you will find out that you'll be able to see the prevalence of armed robbery in a particular location. Let's say in Waterloo, you have like 20 armed robbery cases, let's say in a year. And then let's say in the western part, you have like 10. And then you draw that on the map. You will be able to see the hotspot areas of where the armed robbery is taking place frequently. And that is how you are able to allocate security personnel, to these areas. But you can only do that when you utilize GIS. Okay. So now, how does this GIS thing work? So basically, whenever you hear about GIS, it's not just about a big word. It's a technology that applies geographic science, to understand, or to be able to attain a certain goal, or you want to reach a certain intelligence. You want to get a certain information. So that is why you use GIS. Um, who are the people that use GIS? Maybe you may want to ask yourself, why am I even joining this course? Why am I even here? Who are the people that uses GIS? There are a lot of people that use GIS. One of the people that use GIS are, for example, in the education sector. So if you are here and you are, let's say, you are working in the Ministry of Education, for example, maybe the Ministry of Education may want to build new schools. They will not just go and start building, let's say in Connaught or let's say in Bond, because that's where the minister is coming from or whatever. They will have to ask geographic information system people or GIS professionals to draw a map of all the schools within Sierra Leone. And when you draw up that map, you'll be able to see where there are no schools and where there are a lot of schools. And this is how decisions are being made, let's say in parliament or in government organizations, in ministries, in agencies. And you can only be able to see how many schools are in this area, what is their spatial location, what are the distances between the schools from school A to school B, and then you'll be able to say, okay, well, this particular chiefdom or this particular area has X amount of population, but they have less schools. But you can only do that in GIS. So most of those decisions we see that they make in the health ministries or whatever, they are geographic information system based. One other area where they use GIS is also uh, in the health. I earlier mentioned that uh, during disease prevalence, let's say there's an outbreak, Ebola, COVID, or whatever, you name it, and then they want to make certain decisions. They want to allocate relief efforts. They don't just go and just be, sharing relief items. They will have to draw a map and see where the disease is more prevalent, and then you're able to see, okay, in this particular region, in Freetown, the disease is more prevalent in this part, let's say in the western part, and this is how you allocate your resource. In insurance, for example, banking sectors, financial institutions don't just go and build banks. They draw up map of all their customers, and then the map will determine where they will locate their next financial institution, whether it's going to be a bank or a loan system or whatever. So, and that is why even our phones, guys, the phones we use, they have GPS systems installed. So let's say, for example, you download a particular bank app. Each time you log into your app, to your bank app to check maybe your funds or whatever, the bank will have to register your location to a database. And you will find out that all of these banks, they have a database of where we are, where we logged in, where we logged out. They have that information. And so what these banks do is they can draw up maps and see, let's say, for example, a bank like UBA can draw up a map to see where the customers are based. And if they draw up a map and see that their customers are based, let's say they have more customers in Freetown than Go, they will obviously have to have more offices in Freetown than Go, because this is where most of their customers are. So some of these decisions we see are being made, it's actually geographically based. Just like, let's say, for example, HP, the computer manufacturer, or let's say Lenovo, for example, they want to produce computers and send to Africa. They don't just produce computers and send to Africa. They have to see how many people are in Africa, how many people are using their product, and all of these are geographically based. Each time we log into our social media, for example, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you just name it, our locations are being saved in a database, and these big tech companies like Amazon, eBay, they are harnessing this data, this geographic data from these institutions, and this is what their decisions are being made based on this decision. So That is why whenever you see an advert on your social media page, it's as a result of your location being recorded in the database and is shared to technology companies to utilize that. So we have quite a number of people that are using GIS. I wouldn't go into all of these, the retail, the sustainability, electrical, transportation, natural gas, you just name it. We have a lot of people that are actually using GIS. So you are not here by mistake. Don't say, why am I even here? Anything that has a spatial entity, anything that can be located on the art can be mapped, and decisions can be made from that information. Okay. The next slide here shows us the Esri Enterprise software. So you can see that you have ArcMap on your left, and then you have ArcGIS Pro on your right. So meaning Esri stands for Environmental System Research Institute. They are the ones that produce the software, the ArcGIS software, which is the preparatory software for GIS professionals or for mappers. We have other softwares that can produce maps, but the major software, the preparatory software, is the ArcGIS or the ArcMap. So why I drew up this is because Esri, which is Environmental System Research Institute, they are going to migrate from ArcMap to ArcGIS Pro. Yeah, and this is because of the functionalities, technology is changing and a lot of that. So user compatibility, computer compatibility, that is why all of this is happening right now. So now the ArcGIS Pro. Now let's go now to the ArcGIS Pro. Now software installation. I know most of you guys have installed the software. That is why you are. In fact, that is why I expect you to be on this training, and also we will go straight now to the practical training. So I guess everyone has installed their software. You have downloaded your data, and now it's time for practical training. So now this is going to be an on-screen demonstration, and at this stage I'll be going really slow. Please, if I am very fast, just let me know, and then I will just bring down my speed, okay? Because I want everyone to be part of, to be able to demonstrate on his or her computer what I'm doing. So now let's come to the practical training. If you have already downloaded the software and you have also, you have also installed the software, you can kindly go to your search and type ArcGIS Pro. I think I need to share them. I need to share this one. I need to share my. Yeah, so please go to your Windows search and type ArcGIS Pro, and then your app will open. You already know how to do that now. Have you opened your ArcGIS?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'll close this. I'll close this presentation. All right. Can you see my screen, guys?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, lesson 1. If you have your pen, you have your pencil, you have your book. I want you guys to write this down. Lesson 1.
Let me pen, yeah? Pen and paper.
So, lesson 1, we will talk about opening a blank document, how to save key elements.
Yeah, Mr. Kuka, please go over again, please.
In lesson 1, we will talk about the project document, how to save the document, and then table of contents. Don't worry, guys. I'll send this. I'll send the presentation to you. We will talk about project documents. We'll talk about table of contents, spatial layers, ArcGIS help. So we will go straight to opening a blank document. Yeah. So now, when you open your ArcGIS Pro software, you will have something like this. Now, on your left, you have home, and you will see that it's highlighted in blue. It means you are home. If you click Learning Resources, you will see that this is the space where you get, it's like a school. This is where you get information. Let's say you want to learn. Quick tutorials. They will even tell you how to create a project. They will tell you how to explore data. They will explain to you how to symbolize, how to make a layout. So if you click any one of these and you have internet, it will take you to a learning resource. So this is like a library. Okay. What is new? We don't need to talk about that. If you want more tutorials, for example, you can come here for more tutorials. And then this is where you get tutorials about how to use GIS. And then you have the ArcGIS blog. So this blog, if you click the blog, for example, it will take you to a page, to a blog page, to the LZ blog page. This is where you ask questions. You ask technical people questions, and then they will answer you. And then ArcGIS for help. I want everyone to click this help, please. Click help. So basically, when you click help, you'll be utilizing this resource quite a lot. When you click the help, you will find out that you have, it's not showing on the screen because I'm not sharing it, but you should be able to have it on your computer, right? Do we have it? Hello, guys, are we together?
Yeah, sure, we're together.
Sure.
Yeah, I want you guys to click this help, this one.
Yeah, we have clicked it.
Yeah, just left click, guys.
Please, Mr. Kuka, the background of this NMA man is not favorable. Can you please just draw his attention to that?
The
He should
background of what?
unmute his mic.
This NMA man.
Mokoa.
Yeah.
He should unmute his mic, Mokoa.
Yeah, kindly mute your mic, please.
Yeah. Are we on the help page?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Okay, good.
We are
Now,
there.
when you click the help page, you will see that it will give you introduction to ArcGIS Pro. And then at the top, you will see search ArcGIS Pro help.
Yeah.
And then you have the search button. So this is where you can actually type anything. Let's say I want you guys to type polyline. I want you to type polyline in that line and search polyline. Polyline.
Waiting for side. Poly.
Polyline.
Polyline.
Lyine.
Polyline.
Polyline.
Yeah. So when you
Yeah, we have seen it.
okay, fine. So when you search polyline, it will give you documentations on polyline. So if you click any of the polylines, it will explain to you how to create a polyline, for example. I can even type in that search, say, how to create a line. Excuse me. I can type in the search, how to create a line. And now you can see the create lines documentation is up. And then if I click it, it will explain to me how to create a line. So I want everyone to close the browser. Don't close your Zoom, just close your browser. So basically, this is how we use the ArcGIS help. So let's say, for example, you want to do a particular task and you don't know how to go about it. Just come to learning resources, under learning resources, and then you come to help, and then you type in whatever you want to do. And then you are able, excuse me, I need to drink water. And then you're able to, and then they will tell you how to go about it. Yeah. Sorry. So we also have the academy, the Esri Academy. So basically, the Esri Academy is all about learning. If you click Esri Academy, this is where you go and then you sign up to courses. There are free courses on the Esri Academy. If you click Esri Academy, you will see various courses on GIS. They are free. You can sign up to that, and then you can do it, and then Esri can give you a certificate. Okay, and then Esri can give you a certificate. Let's say, for example, you see a course on Esri Academy. Let's say cartography, for example. Cartography is free. If you do, most of their courses are 6 weeks or 4 weeks. If you do the 6 weeks course, you are done. Esri will certify you that you have done cartography. And one good thing about it is that you learn ArcGIS Pro. You learn cartography through ArcGIS Pro. So you have these courses that are free, and they are certified by Environmental System Research Institute. Okay. Of course, the Esri community, this is just a community of learning. You go there, you ask questions, and people can answer you. I really don't want to bother you much with all of these one at the bottom. So that's all about learning resources. If you go to settings, click settings. Okay. So when you click settings, this is what you will see. You will see the product information. It will tell you about the name of the product, blah, blah, blah. And then you have new here, you have open, you have portals, you have license, You have options, you have package manager, all of these, you have help. So I want you guys to click options. Click options. So when you click options, when you click options,
I'm sorry,
options
Mr.
window.
Ours is referring us to something telling us about creating geoprocessing cache.
Say again.
So ours is locally inactive. We're seeing creating geoprocessing cache on our screen after clicking options.
No. Can you? I'll close it. Can you click options again?
Yes, it's just the same. After clicking the options, what we're seeing is creating geoprocessing cache.